Famous monsters. When I was real little, my dad would tuck me into bed. You get to sleep. You know Mr. Jackson is watching. Mr. Jackson was our chief of police, scrawny and 60, and I imagined him leaning the ladder up against my window and shining his flashlight in, check to see if I was asleep. Night, my dad would say, and, as I remember it, pausing in the dark hallway to light a cigarette bogey style, and then his footsteps going away, and then no more. Later I remember going upstairs to bed by myself. I put the light on and read Famous Monsters, fan magazines for those who love them all. Frankenstein, Werewolf, Dracula, and I believed I was right. Dracula would kick all their asses. But when I got the book from the library, Dracula, I didn't even make it to the village inn. Too damn scared, and even scared with a book under my bed. Yes, it was strange in the 50s. Mr. Frank Stefanik, who worked in the mill and lived behind us with his dog Oscar, saw a flying saucer, and it was in the papers. A week later, he fell off a crane, dead. Mars is calling. We all were waiting. At school, I had a friend, Steve, who they called Sputnik, since he was smart and as ugly as Bob Dylan at 60 when he was 7. And you could listen to the real Sputnik beeping on his stepfather's shortwave, and we deserved Rod Serling. Yes, he was inevitable. We had all that under Cheyenne Mountain, waiting. Steve would come to school with a big black eye and tell everyone how he got beat up by black shapes. But we all knew it was his stepfather. 20 years later, I met him in a bar. He told me how he was just driving across a bridge after his divorce, coming back from visiting his kids, had pulled over and just jumped in the river, but then changed his mind. And we laughed. And we talked about famous monsters. He still held out for the werewolf, but there was something else. And he did kill himself before the year was out. And I'll always remember how we both leaned on the bar after he told his story, waiting for something worse to happen.